An entrance straight from one of his shows. Elton John emerged from a lorry specially hired to accommodate his lavish costume, trimmed with ostrich feathers, almost drowning him underneath a huge grey wig.
What was the venue for Elton John's 50th birthday party?
You go ahead.
Wembley Stadium, Madame Tussauds, the Ritz Hotel, or the Hammersmith Palace? Have they said the same? They have said the same. They've both gone for Hammersmith Palais. That's the correct answer. Hammersmith Palais. Well done. Two questions left. Watch this. This is question 34.
Ladies and gentlemen, the governor of the great California, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's an ending only Hollywood could have devised. 2 months after he launched his political career, Arnold Schwarzenegger finds himself in charge of the 5th largest economy in the world.
What did Arnie do as his first act as governor of California after being sworn in last November? Did he put $1 billion into schools? Did he lift a ban on ferries? Did he cut car tax by 2/3? Did he reopen Alcatraz?
Glad you come.
Team Roxy, odd one out. Different answers. So what do you reckon, Team Roxy, he did? Do you think he lifted a ban on ferrets?
Yes. And I was speaking to Alan. He said he read it somewhere.
Tell us more about that.
It was in the paper. I don't know one of the broadsheets.
California Times.
And his first act was to lift the ban on ferrets.
Because ferrets, of course, keeping ferrets is illegal in California.
Well, I didn't
for
know
obvious reasons.
Right.
What have you said? You've gone for cutting car tax by 2/3. No?
That was the guess.
Just seemed more likely than the
Seemed more likely than the ferret business. The smart answer is cutting car tax by 2/3. You know, the ferret issue was an issue at that election, so you weren't whistling in the wind there, Alan at Team Roxy. This is the final question. It's still anyone's game. This is Cary Grant in the 1938 film Bringing Up Baby. What type of animal is the title character? Chimpanzee, elephant, leopard, goldfish. Do we have a difference of opinion in Team Roxy there? Did we, Jim?
Yes.
Who went for what?
We went for A. I'm sure it was Cary Grant was in a film with a chimpanzee.
The other team have gone for another answer. You thought it was a chimpanzee. The smart answer is... it's a leopard! Right, well, that's it. Game over. Now, one team plays in tonight's final, one team doesn't. Which of our teams is smart enough? Odd one out. You were very pleased at the end there.
Yeah. It was a good question.
We knew the answer before any choices.
All right. You're completely confident about this, are you?
Yeah.
We hope so.
Bring on the final.
Team Roxy, you were the underdogs tonight. You've done ever so well so far. And you were so unlucky on the ferret answer because that was one of the election issues, bizarrely enough. And on that last one, the Cary Grant film, you just either know it or you don't know it. Do you reckon you've done it?
No, not at all.
The lowest score is 26. But I'm sure your mum will be proud of you, whatever the case, Lillian. But with 28 points, the team going through is Odd One Out, the champions of last week. Well done to you. Well done to Paul. Well done to Chris. Well done to Janine. Well done to Des. You will be playing for another great big load of money after the £37,000 plus you won last week. You're going to be playing for £38,124 live, 9 o'clock, BBC One. You've been terrific, Team Roxy. Give them a round of applause, Team Roxy. You came, you had a go, you weren't quite smart enough. Who will the winning team be playing against in that live final? It was a home player. You scored 26 or more. You will shortly receive a score code and telephone number. Ring the number. Give us that code. Lines close 15 minutes after the show. All high-scoring home players go into a draw to be one of the studio teams next week, and the very best of them will take on the winning team. Tonight's final, you will take on Odd One Out, the winning team, in tonight's final with £38,124 at stake. Kilmarnock, how did you do tonight? Going to Leslie and the team there. Are you there?
Hi there, yeah. Hello.
How many points did you get?
We got 27.
27 is pretty good. They could be in with a shout. Hey, listen, Des and Janine and Chris and Paul, you could be taking them on. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. See you at...
This is it. Two teams playing head-to-head for more than £30,000. One in the studio, one at home. Welcome back, Nicky Campbell.
Wow, right, good evening. Welcome to the live final of Come and Have a Go If You Think You're Smart Enough. The first ever show where everyone has the chance to play along and win the cash, which this week is £38,124. What an evening it's been so far. Earlier, Odd One Out, team over here in the studio, they proved they were smart enough when they saw off 3 other teams in the studio to book their place in the final with a score of 28 out of 35. Now, they're now in with a chance to remain as champions and more than double their money. Thousands of teams all over the country played along, hoping to win the chance to take them on. Now, we have spent the last 90 minutes confirming the results, identifying the overall winner, and rushing a mobile satellite camera to them. I spoke to them earlier. The team are calling themselves Fuzzy Felt, and they are from Ilford in Essex, and we should be able to see them. A huge cheer if we can. There they are! Well, Emma, how are you doing this evening?
We're quite nervous, but very excited.
Well, it's turning out to be a very interesting Saturday night, isn't it?
It's completely mad.
Who's with you?
My husband, Alan, and then our friends, Neil and Stu.
All right, well, good luck to you tonight. You've played terrifically so far. You're in the final. Odd One Out, you've been waiting 90 minutes to find out how smart your opponents are. Well, Odd One Out, you scored 28 out of 35. I can now tell you your opponents, Fuzzy Felt, Emma and the team there, scored 32 out of 35, which is a terrific score. Fantastic score. In the final, both teams start with a clean slate. Now, this is how it works. I will ask each team 8 multiple-choice questions, all taken from the categories we played earlier. You've got 10 seconds to shout out an answer as clearly as you can. Get it right, you get a point. Get it wrong, and your score is wiped out. A single wrong answer, and you're back to square. But we give you one chance to protect those points by passing a question to the other team, forcing them to answer. Just one pass. So you've got to think really carefully about when you use it. Fuzzy Felt, Emma, Alan and the team, is that clear?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great stuff. Odd One Out, are you ready in the studio? Last week's champions, Odd One Out, already £37,000 richer. The first question goes to the highest scoring team, who, as we just heard, are Fuzzy Felt. We start with you, Fuzzy Felt. Let's see who's smart enough to win £38,124. Game on. First question to Fuzzy Felt. Not much point in passing the first one. It's which of these 80s top 10 singles was not a tribute to Martin Luther King? Happy to play it?
Yes.
Okay, here are the options. Happy Birthday, Stevie Wonder. King, UB40. Night Shift, The Commodores. Pride, U2.
Yeah, we have to agree on that. C. Okay.
5 seconds. Quickly.
Okay, C, Night Shift, The Commodores.
C, Night Shift. Do you think that was not a tribute to Martin Luther King? If you're right, you take an early lead. The smart answer is Night Shift, The Commodores. Well done. What a great start for Fuzzy Felt there in Ilford. Back to our reigning champions, and it's your first question. You might want to think about passing and wiping out their score early on. Okay, here we go. Which of these was insured for the largest amount of money? Play or pass?
Play.
Okay. Here are the options. Marlene Dietrich's voice, Fred Astaire's legs, Dolly Parton's bosom, Ken Dodd's teeth.
I think inclined to say C. Yeah, that's what I would say.
C, Dolly Parton's bosom.
Dolly Parton's bosom. Let's have a look at the smart answer. It's Dodd's teeth. He insured his teeth for an extraordinary amount of money. The next question goes to Fuzzy Felt, chance to take a 2-point lead. In an episode of Only Fools and Horses, which antique item do the Trotters sell for £6 million? Play or pass, Emma?
We'll play.
Here are the options. Was it a painting, a watch, a tiara, or a vase?
It's B, a watch.
You sound very confident, so you should be. That's the answer. 2 Fuzzy Felt. That can all change at any stage. One wrong answer and a score is wiped out. And you still have passes. You both still have passes. And it's back to odd one out. This is your second question. In which city did the boxing match known as the Rumble in the Jungle take place?
Play.
Chris reckons he knows it. Here are the options. Bulawayo, Kinshasa, Dar es Salaam, Dhaka. 10 seconds.
B, Kinshasa.
The Rumble in the Jungle took place in the city of Kinshasa. Well done to odd one out. They're the reigning champions, aiming to make TV history by winning Come and Have a Go If You Think You're Smart Enough 2 weeks running. The next question goes to Fuzz. Let's go back to Ilford. There they are in the front room. What an evening they're having. Bizarre or what? Here's the question. In which TV series did Colin Farrell play Danny Byrne before going to Hollywood? Play or pass?
We'll play it.
You play it. Here are the options. Monarch of the Glen, Casualty, Ballykiss Angel, Hamish Macbeth.
It's C, Ballykiss Angel.
You sound very sure. The smart answer is C, Ballykiss Angel. Well done. You have a 2-point lead. The next question goes to odd one out. Both teams have their passes, which could be so crucial as we edge on. Here's the question. Which singer spent the most weeks in the UK singles chart in the 1980s? Play or pass?
Play.
Okay, Paul. These are the options. Lionel Richie, Billy Joel, Leo Sayer, Shakin' Stevens.
D, Shakin' Stevens.
Sound very sure. The smart answer is Shakin' Stevens. Well done. There is 1 point in it. Fuzzy Felt, what was your best category in the first programme earlier on?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, you scored 32 out of 35, so all the categories must have been pretty good. You guys, odd one out, very confident with 80s pop. Clearly, you've had a haircut since then. Okay, that's the next question, and it goes to Fuzzy Felt. Here it is. In which part of the body is the only bone that is not connected to another bone? Play or pass?
We want to play our pass. Quick, guys. Play. We'll play it.
Brave decision. Here are the options. You're playing it. Throat, nose, jaw, ear.
Are we absolutely certain it's the ear? But I think it's the jaw. Okay,
Quickly.
we're going to go for D, ear.
You're going for D, ear. Currently, you've got a 1-point lead. If you get this right, you will take a 2-point lead. If you get it wrong, your score will be wiped out, and odd one out will be in the lead. You said, what did you say?
Ear.
The smart answer is throat.
Yes.
Delight from the odd one out in the studio, the reigning champions. Still plenty to play for. It's your question. Both teams have their passes. Here is the question. After the ill-fated sea voyage in Blackadder 2, which bit of Captain Rum does Edmund bring back? Play or pass?
We're going to have to play out one.
Play.
Play.
Here are the options. His wooden leg, his hook, his eye patch,